Good morning, everyone. Today I'm playing along with a Facebook group called Craft Creations and Swaps. And today we are making, this group that I'm in right now. They do different stuff through the whole month. But today the one I am participating in is ATC cards. And it's 2.5 by 3.5 inches tall. And I think sometimes they do horizontal ones too. But I'm going to be doing all vertical ones. And the theme was fall. And the theme was actually from my cousin Brenda. And she's my husband's cousin. So when I joined the group, I didn't know she was in it. So it's super fun that she's in it. And so anyhow, I am going to be using Mintay's Autumn Splender and also the Autumn book. And I don't know how much from each one because I've kind of just played with them together. I'm using scraps, and I'm also using a couple of papers from here. And now I don't really collect ATC cards, so I'll be showing you what I'm going to do with the ones that I keep myself, and probably what I'll do with my partners. Or actually it's like, we're not really partners. We do, like, the person who signed up above me, I give her a gift or give her some, and then the one below me, she'll give me one, and it's kind of like tag you're it game. And so I'm also going to be using some of the words on here. So I need to make 2 for her. I'm actually going to make 6. I'm going to keep 2 for myself because whenever I make some, I want to keep 2 for myself, or keep one for myself, whatever, however many that there is. And I'm also going to have 2 extra, so I'm going to do a giveaway. So all that to start. Okay, so this was actually a scrap in with my collection, and the other side is white wood. I don't even know if it was from this or it could have been from one of the wood books. But so anyhow, this is how I started out, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, okay, and try not to go below that. It's like I just pulled out scraps to see what I could do, and so I kind of cut some things like this. I did cut some plain cardstock first just to see, what kind of size I'm working with. I've kind of played with some of the ATCs before, but not seriously. So anyhow, I really liked these 2 together, so that's kind of how I started. And I actually probably made at least a dozen, maybe more, before I was done. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this on here cockeyed, because whenever I can use up my scraps, that's kind of what I work at doing. This was in I gotta remember the collections, not the Auburn Splender. This was in the Auburn Splender. These are all in the Auburn Splender. And I know this was, and I'm not sure about that. So I'm gonna use this little girl. She's just adorable. I'm just gonna tuck her up there. Now this would make a cute embellishment too. And then there is this little pile. It looks like sweaters or blankets, and I like that, so I'm gonna just overlap her a little bit with that. And then I have this little pile of pumpkins, and you know how everything looks like monochromatic, or it's 3 colors, but they're all super muted. I just love all the colors together. The kind of faded orange, the kind of like off-white, and the browns in it. I just think it's so pretty. And then I'll be adding some little things at the end. So I'm going to add some sequins and maybe a word if I can get it to fit in. I don't know if one will on this, but we'll see. Okay, and then my next little pile of stuff here. Again, it's like I had actually started out with this and kind of built things on that. And then I decided, okay, now I'm cutting up some scraps. And I gotta get my cheat picture out here. And again, I used another little piece. This one looks like burlap. And so I'm gonna use that.
Are you going to be using any embellishments or enamel dots?
No enamel dots, but everything I'm using is elements, not embellishments.
I thought I heard you say embellishments a while ago.
Oh, I said you could use it as an embellishment. This doesn't mean you're going to sing it, does it? You can't sing if I'm doing a long video, and this might be long. This guy just does not get enough singing time.
As you wish, princess.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. When we were on vacation, my sister said, she heard him call me, "Yes, mistress." And she said, one day when they were off, her husband and my husband were off, she goes, "Before they get back, we should make your phones, just whenever he answers you, Siri, to say, 'Yes, mistress.'" So we tried so hard, and he would not say it. Well, he would say it, but then he wouldn't say it again. So, okay, now I put a little bit of glue under there and that little tip part, because they're, kind of a little more fragile. So anyhow, we could not get him to say it, but if I said, "Hey Siri, what is my nickname?"
"You've asked me to call you yes, mistress."
So he would do that, and that was enough. My husband totally cracked up. It was so funny. Just him saying that was enough. That was so worth the hour that we spent trying to get him to say it. It's so funny. Okay, I'm kind of, things that I didn't get tape on, I'm trying to add a little to. Okay, and I've got this little pumpkin. He's kind of a little blue cast to him. And so we got this muted, fall leaves thing going on. And then I have little boots here. Oh, and I want to stick this little piece here. This was just a little scrap, and this was the width that was cut. And I'm just going to tuck it down here and then just trim the edge off. And this is why I never throw anything away, because if you had to cut this, you would not be able to get it that thin and get it straight. But since it was already done, because I cut it off of something else, it just works so perfectly. And I like it because it almost reminds me of like a puddle, because this one's got the umbrella in it, and it's gonna have the boots in it, and I just think it's such a cute little thing. Do I have my other scissors out here? No, okay. These are German paper cutting scissors. This is what I used to fussy cut with, and I really like them, and they get good detail. So if things are really tough, I might pull these out, but I end up with a great big dent in my finger after using these, so I use the Tim Holtz ones, because I have had people ask what I use for scissors. Okay, and then I've got these little boots here, and I'm going to put those like they're right there in the puddle, in my mind. As Ginger would say, she makes the scene. So I have the little scene going on in my head all the time, so that's how it is. So I'm going to put that down here and not have the tape showing. And I'm overlapping the boots just slightly because I think it looks more realistic. Okay, that one. I think these are just so cute. Okay, now, oh, I have this one, which I actually cut some letters out of, but it will be covered up, so I'm actually going to use that. Oh, the E's still there. How funny. I think it didn't cut hard enough or deep enough to actually pull it out. Okay, so I'm going to, again, cockeye it like that. Okay. Now this here, if I put this on here like this, I'm gonna have to trim off the top of the leaf or this bottom leaf. So what I've decided ahead, now I don't have my favorite scissors out here for this, but I'm gonna separate these right here at the cup. And I think this is a fabulous idea. And I'm probably not the first person to come up with it, but it was like thinking, what can I do so I don't have to trim that off? Because just in case she's somebody who keeps them in a baseball card holder, you know, it's like, then it will need to be the correct size. So I don't want to have to trim that off. And so here's what I'm going to do. And since I'm doing it right here, I'm hoping it works. I think it will. It just surely looked like it would. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna make it not so spread out. So I'm gonna pull this down a little. And I might have to cut off a little bit of the roll or a smidgen of this, but at least I won't have to cut off of the details that look like, you know, those little leaves. I just love that part. Okay. And then I'm gonna put this kind of in its same place. And I actually, in my mind, I'm thinking that's actually gonna look cuter with that right up next to it. Now you can see not much of my burlap shows, but I'm all right with that. Okay. And you know what? Just in case she's ends up using it for an embellishment or something, I'm not going to cut this. I'll let her do it because it's only a smidgen, like 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch. So I'm going to leave that. But I actually like it closer together like this, and this way I didn't have to cut off those tips, because part of my love for this is how the leaves kind of hang from there. So that's that one. And I will have, you know, close-ups at the end, because I always do. Okay, now this one here, I actually am building on this because I've got two pieces that were scraps that weren't quite big enough to stand on their own, kind of, so to speak. Now this one here, this part looks darker, and it's also got that in between the wood part where it's darker, and so I'm putting that at the bottom because it would always be darker at the bottom because it would have shadow there. And I think about this whenever I have papers that are like that. Okay, and this is going to be a relatively simple one. And this was actually like this, so I used it torn. It was a longer piece, but I cut it off. I think it was longer at the top. And I just thought this looks so pretty. And then with this wood, and I kept trying it with different woods because I didn't have a scrap of this that was quite long enough, long enough or wide enough for a full piece. And then I decided, well, I can just use a card. So I did that. And I actually took my scrap that was this and just cut it in half this way. So, and maybe I'm gonna just pull this up a little bit, because you can see it's torn here. Okay, and maybe I will take a little bit of ink. I mean, I got it sitting here, so maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it was meant to be. I have no idea. I really didn't think about it till just now. I just thought, oh, I really like I like a torn look, but since I usually do grandkids instead of, you know, little other things. Okay. Oh, I forgot, I already stuck glue on, or tape on there, so that's all right. It'll be double taped. Okay, I'm gonna push that up just a little bit more. Okay, and this one I have one of the pieces cut out from the Autumn book. That's a gorgeous book too, and it's got some the bigger pieces. I'd really like to have them as 12 by 12s. Okay, and this one kind of is going to overlap too, but I'm just going to let it because it's so minute. Oh, I got to show you this piece. This here actually is where this came from. Look at the back of that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I'd just like to go there. Okay, so that's that so far. Okay, how did I get another piece on top of here? I don't know. I had one stuck in between. Okay, so this one here, which way do I have it? Okay, so this was another piece where, oh, that is not the right one. Okay, so this one goes over here. Again, I'm putting the darker at the bottom. And I have this one here, and see how far it overlaps? So I'm looking at it, I've just cut it the right length, and I'm looking at it and I can tear it almost these whole two pieces off. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull it towards me so I get that ragged edge on the side I'm keeping. And maybe I'll put some ink on this one too. Okay, and hopefully it still didn't take off too much. Okay, it's good. I like this little, well, you know I like gingham. It's no secret any longer. So how many pages did I use it on yet? One. Oh, it's the second one. I think I pulled that out for something else and didn't use it. Okay. Just making sure I got it on the right sides. Okay. And then I have a group of leaves. This is from the Autumn book. These two are from the other thing, I think, the Autumn Splender. Okay, so I've got to build it backwards from the way I actually did it. So I'm going to put the leaves down first. And I'm kind of working in like a triangle shape, so I start kind of in one corner, and then I'm going to put these like in the middle to the other side. Oh, and I'm not using any dimensionals on these just because I am the correct width for the actual holders. So that way, hopefully they'll still fit in that for the person if they're doing that. And then now I'm gonna put it back here again. So it's kind of like a triangle. Okay. And I'm gonna push this up a little bit, but it's got the little hedgehog and the squirrel. And this was cut from the 6x6. Let me show you what it was cut from. These little cards. So I mean they're 6, so they'd be 3, so it'd be like 1.5 inches by 2 inches, I think. Okay, maybe I'll pull this one a little more to the center. But it's kind of like a triangle shape, and I think that makes it pleasing to the eye. Okay. Oh, and did I have this for this one? No, it's for this one. Okay. So that one's done. Except for whatever I put on it later. Okay, so I forgot this. Okay, this was another one of those pieces, and my goal was to really use this turquoise side, but I really liked how this looked. And so again, I'm gonna put that down at the bottom. Let's guess how much glue I actually need on it. I mean, it's like if you were to actually try to cut this, it's pretty hard on your cutter. I mean, you have to tape it down, and if you're trying to cut like a sliver, unless you got, you know, the good sized piece of paper. So whenever I have those, I just save those because I think I can use them for like little details like this. Okay, so I don't know which one I'm on. Do I only have one left? I think so. Oh, and did I want this for something? No, I tore it off something. I'm thinking all my scraps in this pile are supposed to be for something. Okay, now these two pieces were not long enough to do like a whole thing. So I thought, okay, I can put them together. This looks like, you know, it's like tree branches hanging. And then I have the wood. Now, sometimes I think, oh, the wood has to, but on this, and maybe because it's fall, I'm kind of seeing it as fencing. And also, it's like it's gonna cut it off if I go this way, and I've already got like cutting off here. So that's probably the biggest reason, is that. But it does kind of remind me of fence when I put this here. And then I have these, so they were basically this size. I just trimmed it so that it would fit onto the, oh, maybe just the width. Because I do try to, I actually try my scraps the size that they are first for whatever project I'm on. Doing base pages or whatever. Okay, and except for these, I cut, you know, what I had. I just cut some little rectangles, and since these are 2x3s, I mean 2.5 by 3.5, I made this 2 by 2.5. Okay, so I gotta find my picture again. There it is. Okay, and so again, I'm doing just that little angle. That's how I started out with every one of them. I started out with, you know, my 4. I kept doing that, so I don't know how many I actually ended up with that little detail in them. But I like this. Okay, and I have this Autumn Splender, and I am going to maybe leave it torn here and then cut it right here. And it's got like a pumpkin and some flowers over here. And I'm gonna use that right at the top. And I think I'm gonna butt it right over to that edge. And then this is gonna go here. Okay, I'm gonna pull it down just a little bit. I think right there should be good. Okay. And this is just the branding strip, which, you know, I save them because it's like you gotta pretty work, you know, it's like I'm totally the scrap collector. Okay. And I'm just kind of gluing down some of those edge pieces. Okay, I think that's good there. So that's that one. And so I have the 6 done that I plan on. I am going to, the 2 I'm going to keep. I'm keeping the ones that are very childlike. So I'm going to keep this one and this one. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing with them. And where is what I'm going to use? Oh, and I want to put words on these too, so I'll be doing that. Okay, so for the 2 that I'm keeping, I'm going to make them into cards. And that's what I'll probably do with the ones that she sends, the person sends me. And now I've used a piece out of the Autumn Splender, this piece of paper, and it's from the 6x6. And I just cut it down to 5 3/8 and like 4 and I don't know, just a 1/8 of an inch smaller. So it's like it's a 1/16 of an inch smaller when you put it on your 8.5 by 11 that I've cut in half. Okay, too much math for me, I guess, today. Okay, and I'm gonna put this right here. I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. And I really want her up on dimensionals, but that'll take so long. I don't have any foam pieces here. I'm gonna grab some foam pieces and I'll be right back. Okay, I just want, this chipboard's actually acid free. The other piece is not, but that's what I had that I could grab a hold of. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that chipboard in there. And that way it's dimensional, but it's still underneath the whole thing, so it'll mail nicely. It would make a gorgeous embellishment too. Okay, I think right there. I'm not cutting the little stems off the pumpkins down here, and I'm underneath those, so I think that fits perfectly. Look at how adorable that is. I love it. So I can mail that to one of the grandkids. And then the other one I'm doing, oops, I got my envelopes too. I'm using this paper. It kind of looks like a wall with some like crackled, what do I want to say, plaster, and then it's blue down here. So it kind of gives me that, I don't know, it kind of looks rainy to me for some reason. So I thought, that's the one I'm using. And I could use this too, but you know me, I like the pattern. If I can use the pattern, I'm going to. So I'm putting the blue at the bottom. And again, I just cut it 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it's a 1/4 of an inch. Or a 1/16 of an inch by the time I got it done. So, if you want to join, I'm going to give 2 of them away. I'm not even gonna say which ones. You just know you're not getting the ones that are made into cards because I'm gonna keep those. But I'm gonna give away 2 of these here, and I don't know which ones yet. I'll decide later because I'm mailing off my other ones tomorrow. I'm also gonna add some little words from this. Let's see. I want something that has to do with coffee. Let's see. Sweet Autumn would be cute. Or cozy time. I think that little girl needs cozy time. That looks like cozy time. She's got the blanket, so I'm going to put that up there. Wait. And I know I'm right out of screen. Right here. I just put cozy time. And I'm going to put some sequins on these two. Let's see. Sweet Autumn would be nice. Oh, since it says Sweet Autumn, I think it should go on this. Where do I want to put it? I think I'm going to start it right here. That will kind of go across the... Do I want it across there? I don't know. Can I pull it off? I think I want to put it down here. Okay. I just don't want to cover up that cinnamon roll. Okay, and then my other ones. Oh, this one I'm going to call that one. It's already got its words. This one here would be cute for Be Thankful. Do I want it on this side? I think right here. Be Thankful. And this one here, I'm gonna put, oh, I could just put pumpkins. Oh, here's one that says Rainy Days. It's Rainy Day. I didn't even know that was in there. Okay, I think I'm gonna put that one right up here. And I think it's crooked. And it might be stuck there. Let me try that again. I'll pull it over here a little more. Okay. It's Rainy Day. Okay, and I just need one more. And I think I might just put pumpkins on there. Oh, Fall Festival would be cute too. Where'd it go? I lost it. Fall Festival. Autumn Market, that's cute too. Okay, I'm gonna go with Fall Festival. Oh, I think right there. Right there, it just looks like it's looking for that, something there. Okay, so I've got those done. And then I thought I would add some, let's see, where's my other colors? These here, I've got orange, or like this little sequins, and I got some browns here too. I'm gonna just dump out a few of these browns and a few of these kind of a peachy color. Oh, and then I have one that's a little bit darker. So I'm gonna just use some of those. Thought it'd be just a fun little addition to them. Okay, and I'm just gonna pick some spots and put some glue there first. Maybe 3 down here, and maybe 3 up here. gotta find where I put that dot of glue because it kind of blends in here. And I think I'm missing one. Okay. Oh, maybe I kind of see it. Okay. The one's pretty tiny. Okay, I got it on there. Okay. So there's that one. And I'll kind of do the same to all of them. Put 3. Okay, there. Sometimes I wonder if I'm picking it up. That tiny one is pretty tiny. Okay, I got it. Kind of gives it a little sparkle. Putting the littlest one right on the platter, or the saucer, not platter. Okay, maybe I'll put some right on the leaves. Okay, there's that one. Okay, I'm spreading these ones apart a little bit different. Okay, and put some on the tag here and up above here. Here it is. Thought, where's my glue? Okay, and here. Okay, it's wanting to stand up. Okay, there we go. There's that one. And let me see if I can get some on these. I think I have that blue. I think I'm going to use that for this one. It's that same shade. Might as well use it. Okay, whoops, where's my glue? And that, I think, is two glued together. Okay, let's see. Now it's glued to me. Okay. So there's that one. This would be cute on one more piece of paper there too. Okay, and this one, I'm going back to the original colors. Oh, I still have a turquoise one stuck to me. Did I leave one behind? Okay, now I lost where I was putting them.
Hello?
Okay, there's, I think I see all the glue now. I just thought you have that little beautiful fall. It would be, you know, pretty to see the little sequins. Maybe I'll put them right here. The hard part is, where did I put that dot? Okay, I thought I picked up two.
Hold on just a second. Can you pause?
Okay, my husband needed me for a second, so right at the end, it's like, okay. So here they are. They're all finished, and I will have close-ups at the end. Make sure if you would like two of these, it'll be two of these ones. I haven't decided which. I'll try to kind of make it look, you know, like I wouldn't do. So it'll probably be like these two or these two, or these two and these two, because I think, you know, these kind of look alike. So anyway, let me know if you'd be interested in winning a set of these, and it will be US only. It's like way too much to ship out of the state even when it's only a 2 ounces. So that's it for today. I will draw in or do the little picker thing in a week. So I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I'll be back tomorrow. And close-ups at the end. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.